course, it's big. The Big Omen Academy. I think they're going to be looking for revenge here today, Harry. You know, all of that preamble done. I do still think Fnatic are favourites. I think Big, they started this event really strong. They've had some rocky road as of late. And for Fnatic, they have proven to be a pretty scary Overpass team at times as well, right? Like lots of OTs on this map, lots of close games, win and loss. I think we've got a banger no matter what happens, no matter who wins, and it's not going to be the Julies that take the glory in this one. Put down first and foremost on this B site. Aqua just trying to tag him up, and he does do the job, the damage, dropping the bomb. Prime taps, needs help, and Lapex will provide. Popping Pepsor behind the barrels, and the molly's good, and the Glock is almost better. A couple of kills come through for Process, leaving Kevy in a clutch.
Kevy though, big Glock, big tap, and oh, not quite able to find Mr. Taps over in the monster. It's going to be Big Omen Academy grabbing that pistol, grabbing the dualies, and off to a good start here. Oh yes, that's what we want to see.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very heavy B setup for Big, right? Reading into that pistol round. Fnatic, they love a little bit of a B rush in this map. Or more so a B contact out that monster, so Big are already aware of the tendencies. Pistols out. No smoke for Molly, just going to run, tank it. Nade, even better.
Welcome back to motion sickness with Lapex. He's just still, no, he's not jump spotting long anymore. Thank goodness. I couldn't cope with that camera angle anymore. Glaved up close to the toilets. This guy holding the line with the FAMAS. That's FAMAS, not famous. There's another. MP9 gonna help out. And so the pistols, yeah, they go about as well as you would hope, right? I'm kind of glad that not much gets done. It's just a little cozy eco round. And now we get into the round where the big guns come through. Yeah, let's go to the big team speak, the big house, the Big Omen Academy. It must be echoey in there. Can you hear me, boys? Let's go.
Was? Kannst du uns Monster smoken auch? Ja, kann ich machen. Wichtig ist aber, wenn du musst Richtung B kurz abhauen, wenn du dir Con smokest, okay? Weil oben kommst du nicht mehr raus, wenn die das wissen. Gibt dann eine Röhrenfleisch halt noch, Luca, ne? Ja.
In case die Con ist, geht die alle.
Ja, wieder raus dann.
Ja, deswegen, ich gehe raus dann.
Ein Flash. Halt die Flash direkt. Flash, Flash kommt. Let's go out long instant figures. Nichts gesehen, er ist Flash, die spielt schneller Mitte.
Ich hab das geschafft.
Go left side. Con jetzt auf. Wollt ihr doppelt close spielen? Kann dir eine Con Flash geben.
Can flash, maybe toilets or
They don't know we're here.
Okay.
Hoch. I want some Garrus.
David,
can you smoke durch. Lass mich smoken.
Ja, hab schon. Sorry, Mann.
I'm going close.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wie viel war von B?
Einer.
Einer.
Ich selber nichts, ich jump.
Alang,
Stairs.
Alang full execute. Die retake, wir müssen retake.
Boom.
NAGs geht. 10 AP, das ist der B-Abdecker. One is back.
I'll plant for banana.
One stairs and one back.
Planting for
Okay,
banana.
guys, we don't need to hold it close, okay? We can play after them.
They think we're close.
I'm going Sunny.
Noch eine.
I have a
smoke in the mold. I can resmoke something.
Smoke stairs.
Fuck it, I'm resmoking bank. I got one flash. Nice.
Macht Late Retake, einfach nur Damage. Ja, also, dass ihr den Damage macht.
Flash ich einmal K raus, okay?
I don't have another one. You can flash, friends.
I don't have another one. I have a mold.
I mean, you don't. Ja, retake das jetzt nochmal.
Flash now, I'm gonna take. Flash einmal high auf Spot.
There's
Gibt's Smoke-Bomb und Kit?
Flash again?
Bombe.
Yeah, flashing.
Einer kitten, nix kitten.
Flashing.
Not yet, not defusing. Close that.
Close low.
What the fuck? Nice, guys. Nice, important.
Nice. Feuerbombe.
Nice. Ich würde direkt kaufen eigentlich.
Ja, können wir machen.
And we're back, a seamless transition into yet another round, and nothing possibly went wrong. Y'all know it, we know it, and Big know it better than anyone. Well, let's see if they can keep it up. Fnatic on the board with guns now. Apex flashed out of middle, and Fnatic, lots of players up on A, bringing the heat. Be short, tempted to be taken by Aqua, pushed up very close. It would be a big bit of real estate for the CTs to find at this point of the round. They don't know where this play is coming in, and it's all up A long right now. Fnatic bypassing that one man in the toilets, Lapex, calling for a rotate backup. Glaive is coming, and so he can watch that long position. He'll need to. Quite the set piece coming through now for Fnatic. Oh, poor timing.
Yeah, big opener for Regali. Oh, but they don't check for Lapex. He's able to line up a double. And just like that, Big Omen Academy, they're in with a chance to retake now. They don't have to push in. They're going to wait to get everyone in position. And you've got a long flank from Aqua all the way through middle. It is being held by KST, and he's playing around the bench. So Aqua, as he aggresses through the toilets, he's not going to spot KST. Now the push comes in from these bank players. KST's dead, and Pepsor's followed up onto as well. Big Omen Academy, that was a 4-on-5 as they move into the site. Lapex lines up that big double, pulling it back into a 3-on-3, and they keep it flawless past that point. Great stuff from Aqua to have the awareness to still deal with KST in spite of missing that timing over towards the short side. And now it's left Big Omen Academy in a really good spot, Hugo. The money is gone for Fnatic Rising. They do have cash to buy on 3 players, but I imagine you're just partial here. I don't think you're in the remit of feeling compelled to force up just yet.
Yeah, if you're getting close rounds, maybe it'd be more tempting, right? Knowing you can break Big's money, but you're not even at that point yet, so... Good start for the Big Omen Academy. Interested to see where this AWP goes, right? Who's going to be picking it up today? It's been pretty free across Lapex and Glaive, swapping back and forth. Still no AWP yet. And this is a buy for Fnatic. They're not, you know, rich on util, but they've got plenty of AKs, 3 of which, so it's turned out pretty good. Those 2 poorer players just buying up Galil armor. And set towards B again. They don't like what they just found on the A site. Some util to be lined up, maybe nades for that boost. No, they don't do them. They just walk through. This contact play again comes in, and the flash does nothing to stop Nick. He's going to line up even more. Oh, another double, and even more damage to Regali as well. Just 17 points of health. Nick, look at the ace. And it should be inevitable, but his teammate steals it away, and Big will win the round. They're not complaining. Nick's not worried. 4-1 for Big, and it's looking up. Fnatic, they go back to their contact monster plays, and that was like a VP Prodigy-esque behold, man. Like triple monster setup is what VP were doing many a time on the CT side of this map. Big use it to their advantage. Yeah, probably time to stray away from the contact monster if you're Fnatic. We've seen almost no attention towards B short in this game, so next gun round that should certainly change up. For now it is just Eagles as Fnatic move through Con.
Yeah, Aqua's going to spot these comm players. Bit more info the way of Big Omen Academy. They've got this triple A setup, a pretty heavy A lean. Just hoping that a brute force attempt at taking the A side away with the Deagles going to give you something. Now, Big Omen Academy, I've just pulled one of these A players away. What once was a triple setup is now the more standard 2-man hold. And the timing of Lapex's swing is crazy good. He catches KST getting thrown up on top of the boost here at long. Now he knows there's at least a second man here. Knowing is only half the battle, though. He can't survive Regali's Deagle. And now this A-play moving in. Glaive has got to hold the line. Tries to reposition in between these engagements. Getting behind the truck. Now in a bit of a better spot to hold the line. He's going to have to. He's lost a teammate in Aqua. That's over here towards Con. Keve with the bomb on his back in a 1-on-3 is going to hightail it down to B. One shot's all that's needed to deal with him, but he's content with the bomb plant if he can manage it, and he ducks under the org in heaven.
Oh.
Nick missing that chance, and even though Keve is probably dead here, still, you'll take the $800 cash injection from that bomb plant.
That's a really good play for Keve, yeah. Just realizes if I go A, I'm going to die. If I go B, maybe I can plant, maybe I don't. But certainly the only way I'm going to make anything out of this round. And hell, that was an eco for Fnatic. So bomb plant, 2 kills, as far as it's concerned, is a good round. But it only really matters if you can capitalize, if you can build upon that damage done. Lapex taking the orb, it seems. We have no spawns in this round, so it seems like that will be the call for today. Regali's on his as well. Always a joy to watch when Regali is finding his form. Glaive down connector, door's gone off. More pressure on a deep con player, but Glaive isn't activating, he's just holding for the mid work. Lapex AWPing long as well. Glaive, there's a freebie, lovely double, sprays the second and drops the bomb in the open. No one here for Fnatic Rising to pick that up or show any kind of response. And as I said, with that door off, it's so much harder walking up on Glaive right now. Process knows he can be peeked from B short. It's positions that his team are only just getting now. KST's cleared that. Aqua, oh dear, almost looks the wrong way. KST certainly does, watching the door. Both players of Fnatic drawn into that open hole in the connector. And Glaive is not giving them anything. Finally spammed through the smoke. It's Aqua instead. They're following kill feeds, so they should know Glaive is still here, and Regali will punish him out top middle. Pushing past the bomb, 2-on-3. This wasn't a 2-on-5, and Fnatic are doing their darndest to try and claw it back.
Regali's still alive. You're always left with a little bit of hope. He's got Process with him as well. Will they check for prime taps? Lapex wins that first engagement, and now, you know, all your attention is fixated on dealing with this AWP. It only makes prime taps' position that much more advantageous.
Oh.
And so he is going to lock in that 6-1 scoreline for Big Omen Academy. Really looking good here on Overpass. For Fnatic Rising, it's been a bit of a sad story for this team in a way, right? The first week was incredible out of them. Pimp said coming into today, he feels like they've slowed down in the second week, and I'm inclined to agree with him. These guys, they could rival anyone when the league began, but here, Big Omen Academy showing how maybe as the event's gone on, times have changed. And while the winds of change have not been kind to Fnatic Rising.
Yeah, they went 5-2 in the first week. Right now they're sitting 1-2 in the second week. Oh, big molly. Oh, he's got to be careful. The smoke does land, but the nade also goes over the top and does more. We've got double boosts up on either side. Luckily, the T's drop off, but, well, not so lucky as Process, who is sitting in the connector with his back open. Another re-molly, denying that boost up, but the smoke is still there. Aqua playing close. They're about to hit it. Do they have a flash for this? Aqua's going to get back to safe hands, safe keeping, and this boost can't be employed. It will get lined up and knocked down. At this point, you know Fnatic are committing. Nick's made the call. Aqua's ready, and he answers the call. Everyone here for Big. They're so prepared. There's surely no way in for Fnatic Rising. They're just taking dry fights, and only one of them won. Leaves Keve alone. They're going to hunt him down. They just wanted to close, and they're looking very confident, very warm. The results are there, 7-1. Fnatic are broke yet again.
This is a pretty crushing scoreline, right? There's absolutely no denying it. these kind of games are still recoverable, right? It's not uncommon to see a 7-1 end up at like a 9-6 scoreline, right? Because so often it feels like it doesn't really take much to get a T-side back into the swing of things. Something that's kind of scary here is that Big are amassing money, and so you're going to have to grind your way back in if you're not careful. Fnatic Rising need to at least be focusing on keeping them modest. It's not a tremendous amount of cash right now, but it's at a position where it can look to balloon out of control with a couple more, you know, one-sided victories going Big's way. So at the very, very least, right, even when you're playing these eco rounds, you need to have a game plan to make them expensive. That is your whole route back in if you're Fnatic Rising. And so if you head into this little round that's coming up now where you've got Deegs, you've got a couple of flashes, and you let, you know, 4 or 5 players stay alive, it's a bit of a wasted opportunity almost. You know, you really want to do whatever you can to make this game easier further down the line, because short term, it's not going to get better. You've got to think long term here.
Oh dear. Glaive, he is in hot water, but with this AWP covering, finding its second kill. Glaive looks safe, flash over the top, and he goes in for the last kill. KST delaying the inevitable, and it is as such 8-1, 5 alive, and well, a wasted opportunity perhaps for Fnatic after all.
Yeah,
what
right.
Can they do?
No, I mean that's kind of a shame, right? That's the round that starts this money ballooning out of control. And what this means now is you don't have one of these T-sides where you win a rifle round and, you know, right away you break your opponent's money. You're going to have to you know, take quite a few of these back and forths where they're bringing the guns into play. So Fnatic Rising, it's not going to be easy. You can't pretend it's going to be easy at 8-1. And it would have to start soon if they do want to get back into this at all.
You have to start now, right? You need at least something in your half, right? Even the most one-sided scorelines are able to be pulled back, but not 14-1s. Oh, that's a trade and a half for Process. Also, Pepsaw through the smoke, taking down Glaive on his retreat. There's still the CT AWP to worry about on the A site with Prime Taps. They're going to set up on the double long side as players move in. Regali, oh, they're coming to you, and oh, he was almost about to hold that angle, but then unscopes at the worst time. Now the AWP can back up with the rifle being the bait and switch. Process, he's seen a player out con, but he can't get the kill, and Pepsaw, a quick tap at long just to take down the man known for them. 2-on-3, climbed up. Process going to clear everything but the corner he must, and now Aqua, oh dear, jumping, caught mid-air. It's a weird one, resetting now Fnatic in a 2-on-2 going B.
Yeah, this was a 2-on-4. Nick does not want to die here. It would give them a way in, but instead he's dropped the bomb. He's trying his best to save this round. As mentioned, it was a 4-on-2 for Big Omen Academy, and yet it's still hanging in the balance. Even now, with Process still alive, it's not finished yet. 20 seconds. Time is of the essence. Using the flashes just to try and slow down this cross into B. Both players now here. And for Process, any hope in hell should be out the window with all that damage done. He was 1 point of health. Lapex finishes it off. And Big Omen Academy are up onto 9. Once again, the money in a rough spot for Fnatic Rising. They kind of have to buy at this point, right? Even though Regali can only bring a Galil into play. And so this is really getting out of hand now.
Yeah, the full buy's here. Make of it what you will, even lacking the AWP, but it's not like anyone's been showing up to save the day, right? It's not like Regali's, you know, had many opportunities on his AWP, whereas Lapex is creating some, peeking deep into Monster. 3 guys here, a 4th making his way over from Spawn and Lapex. The longer he stays on the angle, oh, there's the flash, it pushes him back, and now Fnatic, are they really going to go back out Monster? Hopefully not. It's not been good to them, but they're all here, Harry. No short control either. Certainly looking like a B explosion. And these have not treated them too kindly. Lapex's back is to Monster, but once that info is gained from Nick, Lapex can set up on short and try and help out.
Yeah, in they go. Nick traded after the first, but Lapex keeps it in the advantage of Big Omen Academy. And look at this already, all 4 players here. They're even boosting over CT, using anything they can to strip away at the remaining Fnatic players. A 3-on-2, 25 points of health between Keve and Regali combined. And are they really leaving now?
I don't think they're going to reset. Really? Would you just not go quiet and recommit in 10, 15 seconds? That feels like the best way to force a rotate. You've got so much map to clear if you go back to A. So, you know, this play is nice because even if you don't go A, you know Big are going to start to leave the site eventually. But hey, maybe Big should be leaving the site. Fnatic are going up connector with 20 seconds. They're cutting it pretty fine. The fact they throw a smoke means they're definitely not committing, and back down connector they go with a fake. These steps get heard. Graffiti is being held. Drop for Regali makes noise. There's no question about it. Big know what's up. 10 seconds, and 2 Ts running in. Got to make their way to the site. They cannot. Yeah, it was a nice try at the fake. I did think it was a bit convoluted, and running back down connector when Graffiti is being held. Yeah, Big were never worried. 10-1, and why should they be? Everything's coming up Big.
See, there's a different smoke you can throw from that short area where because you know they throw the smoke into A trying to telegraph like, yeah, it's an A play, rotate up, and then they run down con. There's a smoke you can throw from right near where it was thrown anyway, which smokes off Heaven from A short. I thought we were going to get to see it. I would have loved to have seen it. I haven't really seen many people use it. And that felt like one of the opportunities where maybe it could have worked at like getting in the heads of Big. Because I think no matter what, Big were prepared to call your bluff there.
Like, really, Big, you know, they win the round. No matter what call you make, they win the round by just staying together.
Yeah.
You know, if it's B, if it's A, as long as they're together, they can trade and they can retake that round. Fnatic was so low. Yeah, you know, and the more one-sided it gets, the more one-sided it feels. And that really affects how Big play as well as Fnatic, who might be a little bit scared at this point in the matchup. Lapex saves Glaive, although he probably didn't need the help. Fnatic have beaten the double long setup. They've seen it. And look at the space Pepsol's taken. This is good, but you can see Big are aware. That CT player walking up very slowly knew they could be in the bomb site. PrimeTaps takes out Pepsol, and even though Fnatic are still here on A, planting the bomb, winning the round is a tough ask.
Yeah, a bit awkward there. I think Lapex thought that his back was being covered, but it might not matter, right? The kill was traded right away. Oh, and KST, that's a little awkward for Nick, who full whites himself coming up the stairs. KST and with another. Don't tell me that one flash, yeah, I was going to say, comes back to hurt you so much. It won't. Big Omen Academy up onto 11.
Yeah, see, now, if this was 3-1, I would say the words good eco. I'm not even going to say that because at this point, you need wins. You need rounds, right? We just saw that Na'Vi Astralis game was 11-4. It went 30 rounds. Like, these are recoverable, but you don't have an 11-4. You have an 11-1. You don't have that breathing room. Fnatic need some breathing room, Harry.
And man, I always say, like, there's no substitute for confidence. Like, when a game just feels like it's going right, and, you know, I'm sure even the people watching have experienced this on, like, a micro level when you're playing your pugs, right? Like, if it just feels like you're winning everything, you go into every single fight already believing you've won it. And when you're having one of those games where it just feels like you can't catch a break, that kind of transpires across into your gameplay, right? Like you're maybe feeling like you have to play a little bit different. You're trying to be safer, and in doing so, maybe you're not taking advantage of the same opportunities you normally would. It's a very, very difficult, you know, mental hole to dig yourself out of if you're in Fnatic Rising's position, and it's one of the best feelings if you're in Big's position. Where it's like, even in rounds where Fnatic should be winning, where they've had advantages, Big have still emerged victorious. Contact play into the toilets, but already Lapex is feeling the pressure. With toilets smoked, he gives it up. And is now ready to fight for this deeper toilets control.
Yeah, him and Glaive side by side. Lapex is just jumping, trying to bait them into him. Fnatic clearing long. They've been methodical. This is a good start to a rifle round, but if Big are, you know, thinking, and you know they are, they should be expecting this to be A. B has been quiet all round. In fact, that rotate's already coming. PrimeTaps moving up spawn silently, and that's all that Fnatic wanted, right? fake out, dropping down into T-spawn. They're going B after all. Aqua has a lot of early warning, a lot of info from this position. He sees legs, and he takes the kill as well. Now the bomb spotted, a lineup is there, but he can't get any more. 4-on-4, Big know they're coming. Nick moving out of danger, or so he thinks, but that door's off, and he's got to fight Connector. Tagged out, and KST out B gets the kill, and now Big are in on the back line.
Yeah, finally Fnatic Rising might be in with a round. Now this kill for Glaive is as good as sealed. He gets that one for free, and a 2-on-3 makes you consider this round.
Yeah, they're not saving. No way, it's going heaven. It may be pretty far gone, but you at least want to get the kills out of here. Flash used, Prime Tap's new spot, but Glaive's gone, they line up. Ah! They're not giving him a kill. And the round comes in for Fnatic Rising. Nice little fake out there, right? The default, it's such a good default. It looks like A from the get-go. They're all working that top site. They smoke deep long. They deny all the info for Big, pushing them back to A. No toilets either. And so Big, of course, a little bit scared of that A attack, move a third player up, and then Fnatic explode down lower. All right, that was a nice round. That was the first good rifle round we've seen out of Fnatic. Have they got any more to show us?
Yeah, is this just a flash in the pan success, or is there more heat to be given out by Fnatic Rising? Lapex, that door gets blown off and it lets him take the peek in. I love that Big Omen Academy have set that precedent of blowing the door off every single time.
Yeah.
It's great because, you know, it makes the boost more lethal. It also, you know, eventually, if you were only blowing off the door every single time you plan to take a peek, well then Fnatic, you know, it's very easy for them to read into that. Because you've been blowing that door off every single round, they kind of start to discount it on the Fnatic side there. And it nets this opening kill for Big Omen Academy.
Yeah, with no refrag, Fnatic are desperately looking for a trade. Glaved in, long toilet, getting a guy walking on him right now, and oh, the timing, he falls off the bench, man. That's unlucky. KST's opened up meanwhile at the B site, and you're unable to get a pick, but you're still fine and dandy. You are 4v3, and Big are starting to gamble stack, moving a second player up on this A site as Fnatic once again go down lower. You know, we said this at the start of the game. Fnatic love their B walks. They love their contact monster plays, and you know, this game no exception. It's been their undoing at times, but now dropping into a late B execute where Big are starting to realize here come Fnatic.
Oh yeah, Pep Saw with the opener. And Fnatic Rising are looking for a third here. They can't get past Aqua. They will get that bomb down at least. It's a 2-on-3 again, but this time it's the added caveat that Big's money is entirely on the line in this retake.
Not worth.
And so they will just elect to save. This is Fnatic Rising building up to that 4-round scoreline, right? They're hoping for a 4-11 half, and hell, man, we've already seen one of those get recovered almost today. This is certainly leaving you with a little more to do. And, you know, even with these two guns saved, you're not looking at, like, a full buy around them. You know, coming out with you into this next half is going to be at very, very most 3 rifles, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you could get like a FAMAS if you really, you know, are into... What's the one where you like getting hurt? Is it sadism or masochism? One of them. They're one and the same.
I think. Well, if you're going to get beat, you may as well enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the old saying, isn't it?
Don't think Fnatic are enjoying this. Although, pretty battered by here for Big. Shotgun, SMG, AWP, M4 AUG. We got it all. It's a full pick and mix.
Regali, the man looking for this opener. Because Nick has the shotgun, he's never going to wide swing this. You know, he's just waiting for the footsteps to start to come in before this shotgun. There it is. Listen to it purr. Oh, little double. Aqua keeps it in the advantage of Big Omen Academy. Regali and Process are left in this at a 2-on-4. They've been devastated by the shotgun already, and now they've only got the bigger guns left to get past. As mentioned, Aqua put a stop to the push short. They know he's here on barrels. Not quite flashed in for that fight as well as he thought he was. However, Prime Tap's going to go up and over default, leaving it all on Regali. 1-on-3, he's wrapped from short. This should be a Big Omen Academy round. And even with that first kill coming his way, you thought the trade was going to be there. Missed shot out of Apex. Glaive now, he's got the element of surprise at least. Regali doesn't know that he's on the sandbags. Timing is everything for this peak. Are you going to take it right away? That first one is just a fake, but Glaive wins the fight out. It's a good try from Regali, but he can't win that clutch. And on the back of it, Big Omen Academy onto 12. A pistol round here could just propel them towards the finish line and get this closed out ASAP.
Yeah, a bit of a slower game for Regali today, right? Didn't really have a lot of AWPs on the T side, that's to be said. But even so, Big do a great job of shutting him down this afternoon. And just in general, Big all over the board, 12-3. You know, we started this tournament with just impeccably close games, teams with massive comebacks, teams with leads they couldn't close, overtimes, double overtimes. And as the days have gone on, as the teams have started to know each other more, I feel like we've had more one-sided games. We've had some stops inserted here and there. Some teams really starting to get into the groove of playing these officials day in, day out. BO1 every day, cracking every day. And all of this homework, all of this hard work is paying off, especially for Big. So, second half is here, and if there was come back, it needs to start now. It might already be too late. Let's find out. Big team speak, we're jumping it.
Der nicht jiggelt.
Gib die mir. Ich gehe links ins Eck, du kannst auf Schlitz stehen, Nick.
Willst du Mitte gehen und ich gehe lang oder andersrum?
Ich will nicht nerven, aber kannst du das auf Schlitz
Wohin
machen?
willst du gehen?
Ich glaube, ich muss live für.
Oh,
Ja, kannst du
brauchen wir noch droppen.
Was ist?
Geh Mitte.
Okay, dann gehe ich lang. Jump einmal durch. Einer Mitte. Halt kurz wegen Langpush.
Weg.
Con-Peak nix.
Ja.
Jetzt lang vor.
Sollen wir Con vor?
Ja, wir gehen Con jetzt.
Könnte ein
Hinter mir.
Con-Stack sein. Lang,
Warte.
clear.
Ja, dann lass doch warten. Geh links an die Wand hier.
Hey,
Kurz
schon
einer
durch.
aufgesteppt.
Okay.
Ne, jumpspottet kurz.
Was wollt ihr machen?
Jetzt Straße kontakten.
Der Jumpspottet da. Oh, fuck.
Lass A enden, lass A enden.
Was, Digga?
Komm mit Acqui.
Ja.
Vorne eine
Acqui.
Flash.
Radar? Nee, das
Was?
ist ein Bug bei mir, oder? Bei mir beim Mitte
Alter,
gerade
ich
ein
bin
Radar.
erschrocken, Digga. Das war Straße vor Kontakten, scheiß drauf, komm.
Lang, close, clear.
Halt Schild rechts, links gerade.
Close frei.
Ja, das kann noch
Ich
stehen,
warte noch
Inner.
auf Nico.
Ich geh nochmal inner einmal checken.
Muss ich bei, Nico?
Ja, ich bin
Inner sieht
jetzt.
frei aus.
Bin jetzt,
Bin jetzt lang vorne.
Was von der Flash
Entry
wollt ihr?
Flash.
Entry Flash,
Okay.
warte noch kurz.
Bin vorne, aber schon.
Entry
Okay,
Flash
go.
kommt. Hopp. Halt hin.
Das!
Der Retake.
Bitte, lass Bank rein, komm.
Lass Bank rein.
Connector kommt. Jungs, Con kann euch auch
Spring,
fliegen
Con,
von
spring,
Für
Bananen.
Mitte, liegt für Mitte, fuck.
Eine Menge
Bank
Con.
links.
2.
3 Bananen,
Ich hab
4.
für Mitte
müssen den
gelegt.
CT
Ja,
Steht ihr da?
Da.
Schön, das war der.
pushen vor.
Ich bin Truck.
Durch,
Einer lang.
Spot.
Dann kein Kit.
Schade, Mann.
Mann,
Digga.
Alter, wenn ich einfach für Bank liegt, Mann. My bad.
And it's on.
And so it begins, Hugo.
Thank you, Harry.
Sorry.
No, don't worry.
I understood where you were going with that, as I'm sure you could tell.
Yeah.
Really nice little retake there for Fnatic Rising. You know, it just goes to show you. Sometimes, you know, things might look bad, but you're only a pistol round away from getting right back in, Hugo. As the old saying goes, it just rolls right off the tongs.
Yeah. Both of them.
I mean, there is also that belief that once every 20 years, at random, arbitrarily, one historical event is destined to repeat itself.
Every event that's already happened is a historical event.
Yeah.
You have to say that word, that bit's implied. It's in the past, Aaron.
And so, you know, we've already had one of these comebacks today.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the, you know, maybe this is our one historical moment that's set to repeat itself.
That certainly could, yeah, it has been 20 years, so...
Well, no, I mean, 20 years, you know, anything between now and 20 years ago could have happened again, but
yeah,
it just happened to be the thing that already happened today.
Crazy how nature do that. No one understands, not even us, not even Prosus, as he gets
gnarly.
Out.
Regali.
Yeah, they're not ready for Regali, especially not with Kelly drawing in the fire and placing it well. 2 kills for either player on this A site leaves a dig. 1v3.
Yeah. Un victoire and trois win.
Why are you speaking French?
I don't know, man. Just felt like
I thought you were at least going to go German there.
I don't know how to count to 3 in German. Eins, zwei, drei, I think is.
Yeah,
it, I think
right to me.
Something like that.
Something like
I think that's close.
You're so worldly, Harry. You're so well travelled. How do you do it? Man of many words, but only one language. That language is Phil.
That's Phil with a pH value of 4.5. Here we go. Regali looking through middle. Doesn't want to hang around and overextend versus the full buy. Big Omen Academy. It's all AKs. A bonus round with an AWP featuring for Fnatic Rising. So they're looking to make some money. They're looking to sweeten the deal. The steal, baby. Look at this. Little 3-man group up outside of Monster. Mid-util getting thrown over by Lapex while these guys at B are working this short control. Pepsor's going to trade it to keep this in a 4-on-4. And he even gets out of there looking pretty healthy as well in spite of the spam on short. That's also info for Fnatic Rising, right? With a player spamming, you know that there's at least 2 more outside of this B site. Apex, the one guy securing some of this A real estate, but there's a double long hold for Fnatic Rising. Now, he is very deep, and if he hits a timing, maybe could conceal himself, but Regali gonna swing that wide. 3-on-4 for Big Omen Academy.
They don't know about the second man in the toilet, so that's the problem. They're trying to beat this long setup. Actually, they go back, faking out A. Guy's still throwing utility. That's going to keep Prime Taps in position while the rest of these Ts pop into B, flashed out. Peps will get to the info. So this fake is done. There's 15 seconds. If you're going to go, you've got to go now, and you're going into a stacked bomb site. Keve waiting to deny this bomb plant, and Pepsor going to do it early. Drops one, helped out. And this is a done round. The backstab is there, even if you live. Oh, he died with 1 second remaining. Pepsor, big round from him. 3 kills in it, and Fnatic find a 6th. They're holding on. Like it or not, they are holding on by the skin of their teeth.
I got the German 1-3-3 right.
1-3-3?
1 through 3.
Okay. Why you say through over 2?
Because
I get it's 1 through 3.
I didn't.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but
it's not like 1 through 10. I get you not wanting to go, I got the German 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, 1 through 10, not 1 through 3. That's... just sounds like you can't pronounce 2, man. Oh, funny guy.
Regali. Yeah. Nick on the receiving end of that AWP. And at what point do we start to say, maybe Fnatic Rising can come back in this game, Hugo? When do we start to say that? No, seriously, when?
Whenever you want, Harry. That's the best part. You're the one with the mic. You tell the story here. And hell, it could be happening, right? Another gun round, I think. And maybe we start to get a bit worried for Big, but they've come this far. They're ready to close. They just need the guns, right? That's their excuse right now. Stuck back on Deagles. Trying to get into the B site. Oh, another death. Fnatic should be able to tear through these armorless players with ease.
Yeah, they should never even be breaking a sweat here. And they're not. It's exactly what you would expect from a round like this. Re-smoking Monster, that just adds insult to injury. Now you've got to go through that smoke. You can't wait this out. You're hoping that the Deagles can find anything, and Pepsor getting caught with Util out allows Prime Taps and Glaved to come in with these Deags. Hugo, this was a 2-on-5, and now it's a 2-on-2 in a matter of seconds. This should not have been a big Omen Academy round. The Deagles, they've answered the call. Regali up in heaven. This was never meant to be a close round. This was never meant to be one that got stressful, and yet here we are. Process wins that first fight, and that could tip the scales to Fnatic. They're going to get caught moving Process in up short, and now the bomb open. Regali needs this kill. He needs to hunt him down. He will find Prime Taps. It's going to be close. The bomb planted a little distance, little jog, defuse in. Fnatic Rising have got this one. 7 on the board. Just getting that round past Big Omen Academy. But as I say, considering that was a 2-on-5, the fact it ends in a 1v1 is mind-blowing.
Yeah, nice hunt there for Regali, right? It would have been very easy to waste time to try and go on that bomb in the 1v1, tap it, forcing fakes. Oh my goodness, Harry, you're in the server and you're riding a cock.
Oh, I'm riding a cock! I've always wanted to do this! Look at me go!
What?
That is so cool! I got the coolest one!
Yeah.
Yes! That's a victory for me.
Beautiful. Wow. I can tell that was you instantly.
I love it!
Little smile on your face. Oh, they fell.
And from such elation to disappointment, the 5-man boost doesn't come through, and look at what's happened. Process pushed mid.
Cheeky.
They never even learnt about the boost, but this is a lot of real estate to have.
Oh, why would they check this? Why would they check this? They would never check this. Process never even knew about the boost. And there we go, double up. Bomb dropped down behind, and Process wants to find it, but he can't get more than 2. Still, good work, and Regali capitalizes on a 3rd. Don't tell me the Big are going to get swept in this comeback. Fnatic convincing rounds right now. 2-on-2, or 4-on-2, sorry. Bomb being retrieved, but as one push comes out A, another comes out B. Pepsor all the way in T-spawn right now. Meaning if you want that lower site, you're going to have to find it through connector.
I'm still. Yeah. That was so cool.
Yeah?
That was so cool, dude. They put me in the game. Valve, make it happen. That's all I'm saying. Hit up Weplay. They already got the models made. Aqua and Glaved trying to navigate this 2-on-4. Only they had chickens to ride upon, man. Jousting into battle. Instead, it's not chicken feet. It's cold feet is what they're going to get here. Caught a long sandwich between these double peaks, and there's another long player that they just don't know about. Fnatic Rising. This is them grinding their way back into this game. Make no mistake about it.
What a comeback. I mean, it's not done. It's not done. It's not over. Big still have more gun rounds to show us, but Fnatic are just oozing confidence, making moves right now. Process the full push to your opponent's spawn. It'd be one thing if they knew about the boost. I don't know if they saw it or anything, but there was no info, there was no shot. The boost fell apart pretty quickly. Yet Fnatic still took all that space. So maybe some sort of read, whatever it was, it worked out. Fnatic, they're rising to the occasion, all right.
I still haven't gotten over it, Hugo.
Yeah, you're done for the day now, really.
I think I am. I don't think anything's gonna peak that. Gonna outdo it. Oh, they gave me the coolest one. You got to admit, right? No, Maui's surfing in the water was pretty cool, like the rubber ring, but no one else has done it like me yet. Now I'm excited to see what yours is.
That's a big kill though. Aqua coming in with the shot on the jumping Keve. One way to start. Re-aggro flash. Pepsil trying to take some space, but he sees nothing. Big is still here in numbers as well, surrounding this B site. But still, despite this, they're working middle. They're keeping up, their occasion. And not letting Fnatic full gamble stack this B bomb site yet. Little monster lurk smoke. And Pepsil plays around it. Very slow for Big, but it looks like they're going to go back to this late B play. Right now, that mid player of Lapex has not been given anything, and the boost falls off as well. Glaive finds a second entry into this B bomb site, and so it's starting to piece together now for Big. Fnatic are feeding them kills. Monster smoke, you're going to have to wait that out. You don't have a lot of time, though, once that fades, so pressure's already being thrown in the way of Fnatic, and Big are rotating out. They're running up A. This is a dangerous call to make it 20 seconds, and there's one man at long that could cause all the problems.
Yeah, Process could uproot this whole round. So little time, they need to deal with him. He's dropping a smoke, trying to delay it, but Lapex rushes him down. So important for Lapex there. He knows that kill has got to come in.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Process doesn't take that first kill and lets Big get into the bomb site with time on his side. Maybe they don't even check it. Maybe they don't think there's anyone there. And, he could have probably denied plant and won the round. So, I'm being optimistic, of course, but in terms of that versus trying to kill 3 big players in the A site on your own, definitely seemed like the round-winning play. Instead, Big hunting these kills in the post plant. Regali gonna live down here. However, his teammate might not be as fortunate. Stabbed in the back by Aqua, and 13 rounds found for Big. It's been a bit quiet in the T side, but they show up when it matters.
Yeah, and I tell you what really is heartbreaking here, Hugo, right? You've done all of this if you're Fnatic Rising. You went from, a 12-3 half that looked done and dusted to 8-12. Then you lose that one round in round 21, and they are broke. They are all inning this with a 4 spy around the saved gun. And this leaves them with nothing if this round goes against them. Up against 14, they would have $0. The only guy with any disposable income being Regali. So this is now a must-win round for Fnatic Rising if they want to keep this comeback coming in. Short aggro. This is the one AK taking a bit of a risk. Pushing out and short, and the AK is gone. Now it's traded by KST, but they're so caught up in trying to grab these guns that the rest of Big Omen Academy just farm them. And as I just said, Hugo, this was all in for Fnatic Rising. If they lose this, they're broke up against 14.
Yeah, it doesn't leave you much breathing room, right? And Prime taps. Oh, he is hunted down. That's something, but Process needs to get the gun and go quickly as B has been lost in the process. Okay, Pro sus. 1v2 now. Spams out Nick. There's a player to his right, and he knifes out. Not convinced. Glaive wins the round for Big Omen Academy. But my goodness, are these rounds hard fought. Fnatic, with very little to play with in that one, they make it close. But as you said, close might not cut it at 14-8 with a full eco presented. Going to have to play for overtime here. Double forcing feels like a waste. And so buying up with your back up against the wall at 15-8 and looking for a 7-round comeback, it's not your hope or dream, but it's the reality.
Oh yeah, and now like the impossibility of this comeback is really driven home to Fnatic Rising. They've got to pull this game back to OT or find an upset with these pistols, a man down. And with how big Omen Academy are playing this round, you're going to be hard-pressed to do that. They're just holding this default, knowing that the pressure is all on Fnatic. They've reaped the reward of their patience. They're in this 5-on-3. Really, this round should be unlosable now for Big Omen Academy.
Yeah, and that, they know it. Look at them grouping, right? Just making sure, as long as you stay together, as long as you trade these kills now at this point, don't spread, don't start lurking. You don't need to in a 5-on-3 on an anti-eco. So taking the map together, moving up long and middle. In the buddy system, 3 and 2. Info's been grabbed out long for Regali, but he gets cleared, and 1 kill is all that he can find. Fnatic, both players are back in the bomb site. Big have more than enough manpower to get through. You would like to think, okay, Prime Taps needs to live. Prime Taps needed to live, but luckily his long players will swoop them under the rug. Woo, bit scary. Bit scary indeed. And let's see if Big are feeling the heat as they get into what could be their last round.
Primey, du gehst instant mit. Wir machen Mad Lines. Ich mollo Con.
Okay.
Machen jetzt einfach Mad Lines.
Können wir noch eine zweite Flash?
Ja, ich muss auch noch einen Nate wegdonnern.
Nick, Call oder Aqua Call, bitte gut, was da passiert und wie ihr das spielen wollt. Ja. Redet miteinander. Spacing achten und sowas. Wir können das Game nicht mehr abgeben, wenn wir uns gut traden.
Jo, so sieht's aus, Chef, ne? Monster nicht.
Con Move, Con Arbeit.
Keine Monster Smoke. Keine Monster Smoke.
Lass instant contacten, Jungs.
Geh mit Nick.
Warte, ich bin hinter dir, warte noch.
Con Arbeit.
Tot! Monster tot!
Malo.
Okay, lass cool bleiben.
Chillen, einfach chillen.
Die haben Mitte-Kontrolle.
Ist zu spät, Jungs.
Ich will trotzdem, können wir jetzt gleich Go machen?
Warte,
Ja,
was?
Immer noch zu zweit.
Ich kann euch
Machst
kurz
du Apple
flashen.
Smoke? Ich mach Apple Smoke.
Ja, dann lass einfach Monster gehen.
Ja.
Ready?
Go. Ich halte
Gib
hin.
Pillar Flashes, gib Pillar Flashes.
Was?
Pillar Flash 1. Pillar Flash 2.
Kurz an der Close.
Kurz tot!
Wasser, einer.
Barrels eingesprungen.
Was? Schräge!
Und CT AWP.
Ich flash Pillar.
Wasser. Sind.
Links Brücke durch.
Fuck.
Schade, Mann. Nice try.
Fuck, Mann. Hätte den killen müssen, maybe.
Fnatic are holding on. That's reassuring. It looked like it was about to come to an end. Double entry into B for Big, but Fnatic's little stacked setup is able to keep this game going on. 9 rounds. And Big, not exactly rich, are not out of the woods either. This game can close up very quickly. Before you know it, Fnatic can be knocking at your door. Regali going for a con pick with the AWP. Okay.
Yeah. Regal with Regali. Oh, no, never mind. He backs out, mollied out of the position and doesn't want to be the first player to fall, right? Just backs out of there, plays it safe. Big Omen Academy, they will take this con control in their stride after forcing the AWP out of position. Bit of a faster round here from Big Omen Academy, right? They've got this toilets control a lot quicker than normal. This might be a bit of a more up-tempo A hit. Now that kill was offered to Regali on a silver platter. It's a bait and switch up at toilets. This little pixel gap could be nasty for Regali, but his teammate on the short side is now dead. Aqua gonna wrap Regali out of the round, and now this could be the A-take that decides it. Keve taking this peek up into the site, doesn't want to go down. A 3-on-4 retake, it's still possible, it's still doable. They're going to be held back by this util, so that bomb plant, you can't contest it. It look like they want to swing ahead of this before the bomb goes down into Lapex, giving over a double. It's just Keve left standing in the 1-on-4.
Yeah, they may have stalled the bomb plant out, but Big got all the kills instead, and now with that bomb ticking, Keve's chances out of the window, off the stairwell, and it's Big to take the victory. Nice game out of them, right? Fnatic, they held on. They gave us something in that second half. It's just a shame it all came so late. A pretty empty T side, all things considered. Fnatic are going to fall short today. Big looking good though. That's reassuring. I don't know. What do you make of this?
Yeah, right now it makes me feel good for Big Omen Academy. Right, they've had a couple of rough days now, so they do manage to pick it back up. Weird Aqua looking good. Yep. Strong performances from Glaive as well, swapping that AWP around still. So yeah, man, no, happy for Big Omen Academy. Sadly, the downturn for Fnatic Rising is set to continue. What did you make of that over on the desk?